Well, good evening. You see, I was thinking you have this test on Monday. Test on Monday. And since you have a test on Monday, I decided to just do a quick video for those people that pay attention to their emails, care about studying for your grades, that type of thing. So this video is dedicated to you. And what I am going to do is I'm going to go through the test. Well, at least what it looks like and what type of questions you should know about. So, for instance, you have the first 19 questions are all matching. And those 19 questions are dealing with those wonderful people of industry. You know, people on the left side of my board when you're looking at my board. Those people that you did the Monopoly project on. Those people that I constantly talked about for like a week and a half. So you need to match the most important things about that. By the way, that's my child in the background. She's upset because she wants more snacks. So anyway, you need to know about Cornelius Vanderbilt. He sold all his ships to buy railroads. He invested in JR's oil. He blocked that railroad that went to New York. Cornelius Vanderbilt, know that. You need to know about John Rockefeller, the guy that's oil. You're talking about the company, Standard Oil. He sells oil. He has oil pipelines to move his oil from one area to another. So John Rockefeller, know about him. You need to know about Andrew Carnegie, good old Andrew Carnegie. He was like the villainous, the enemy, the mortal enemy of John Rockefeller. They battled each other out. They were competitors. Remember, they used to send Christmas gifts to each other. John Rockefeller used to send him a paper vest to Andrew Carnegie to basically remind him that he's that poor immigrant and always will be a poor immigrant. You had Andrew Carnegie that sent him a bottle of whiskey. Why? Because he was a devout Baptist who couldn't drink alcohol. But anyway, you got Andrew Carnegie. He's the one that built the bridge over the Mississippi using an elephant to prove that it was strong enough to do so. He's the one that built the skyscrapers. Steal. He eventually hires Henry Frick to be his bad boy, his bad cop to his good cop, the Anti-Claus to his Santa Claus. And Henry Frick is known for the Johnstown flood, 2,000 dead. He's known for the strikers being shot by the Pinkertons. He's known for getting shot and stabbed himself by somebody who got tired of dealing with his shenanigans. We're going to talk about J.P. Morgan, the investment banker who invested in Thomas Edison, so much he gave Thomas Edison his house to use to demonstrate the light bulb and electricity. J.P. Morgan also bailed out our country from an economic depression. J.P. Morgan was just a very rich investment banker that we should know a bunch of stuff of. He also owned General Electric. Not Thomas Edison. J.P. Morgan owned General Electric. Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb, DC power. He's the one that shocked that poor Topsy the elephant to death to try to scare people away from AC power. Good old Thomas Edison. Oh, electric chair. He utilized the electric chair to scare people away from AC power. Speaking of AC power, Nikola Tesla. He's the one that did AC power, or alternating current is what he really used. He's also the one that loved pigeons. And then you have Ford, who was like the king of the assembly line, developed the new car, the Model T. He paid his workers a living wage. They worked 8-hour days for basically 5 days a week, kind of what we do now as full-time. So those are your 8 people. There's going to be 19 questions about them. You're going to match them up. Then you're going to get to the next section, which is 20 through 26. These are multiple choice, and this is all the old stuff. This is what ended slavery in the Confederacy, Emancipation Proclamation. What ended slavery in the federal level. Who surrendered during the Civil War, like the person who surrendered for the Confederacy during the Civil War. What's an example of total war? Why did Andrew Johnson become president? What event led him to become president? What was that racist organization that grew in the South during Reconstruction? So it's the stuff from the past. You just need to remember this stuff. Oh, what was the act that caused Andrew Johnson to be kicked out from being president? He was impeached. No, he wasn't kicked out. He was impeached. Totally different things. So what act caused Andrew Johnson to be impeached? Then there's going to be 2 short answers. One is going to be putting stuff in chronological order. Basically, all the things I've taught you, I want you to remember when they took place on a continuum. So what came first, second, third, and fourth. And then finally, you're going to have an essay-ish question, and that's basically the one question you should have been answering this entire time. There are going to be a section of multiple choice, or I should say matching, about the presidents. So the presidents that I talked about were all the way from Hayes to McKinley. Know the highlights. Remember, these are called the weak presidents because they didn't do a whole lot. They gave away executive power. So there's 2 presidents that died during this time. Know who those presidents were that I talked about. No, it's not Abraham Lincoln. Know the president that ended Reconstruction. Know the president that would serve 2 non-consecutive terms and did diddly squat during economic depressions, because it was J.P. Morgan that bailed us out, not this president. He was also the president that was gone for 3 weeks for a surgery on his jaw, and nobody really cared or noticed. So know some stuff about the presidents that I talk about. Be ready for the test on Monday. Peace out.